Hey, this is Remodel with Cristobal. I am making a list for a material list for my client that I'm doing a project, a bathroom remodel project in November, which is 2 months away. I like to be prepared and send my client a list of stuff that they need, so that way they know how much to budget, um, uh, to budget or already to have, because sometimes when we start a project and they haven't bought per se the vanity or the shower glass, it just takes sometimes a while, a week or two to like arrive to get to the job site, and we want to avoid all that. So we want to make sure that everything is set to go once we start. There's no setbacks. There's always sometimes a small setback here and there, but we can always try to avoid them. What we cannot avoid is when you open up a wall or a basement, concrete or anything that you just haven't seen. You have to go up, when you do the in-house estimate, look at everything, get on your knees, get dirty. That's the job. That's what it is. So some other people, when they do estimates, what I've heard from clients is that they just don't look around. They don't even see anything. They just throw out a number, and they're like, "This is what it is." Um, but since I do the work, um, I like to look at everything that I can before I start and give a more of an accurate number for the estimate, so that way there's no huge surprises, while we when we start, or in the middle, or at the end of the project. So I don't like to do change orders. Clients don't like that. Sometimes we cannot avoid them, but you can try to avoid them and be proactive enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna look at every single detail that entails for that particular project, and that's why we try our best. So for this next line item for this Rio estimate, that I removed my personal info, my professional info, and the prices. Rio estimate. So we're doing recessed lights in the bathroom. They have a ceiling light, one of those old ceiling lights. Can't recall if it's I think it's like a 12-inch round light. Is excuse me, sorry. So we're doing four 4-inch 4-inch LED recessed lights in the ceiling. So we have to run wiring from the existing switch, on that's on the wall. So we have to run 14 to electrical cable from the switch up to the ceiling, and maybe using the current, maybe using the electrical round box that's up there as um, a junction box. But again, we won't know until we get out there. But most likely, we're not gonna use that as a junction box, because that's in the middle, and the four LED lights will be located, spaced out evenly throughout four corners of the ceiling. Not exactly at the corner, but just spaced out evenly, so that way they have good lighting. So most likely that existing electrical ceiling light will now be used for the junction box. But we do need for two electrical cables, which, let me check if I'm buying that, or if my client is buying that. So, yep, I am buying it. So the 14-2 electrical cables are, I'm going to buy it. But the LED lights, they are going to get. So the ones that I use is, um, I mean, they have the option of getting this, of buying the 6-inch or 4-inch. But I think the 4-inch LED lights for them, since it's a small bathroom, would be fine. If it was a bigger room, I would say 6-inch, but 4-inch recessed lighting. And I don't like to use the can lights. I like to use the remodel ones, which is this type here. And I think this is the one that I usually get. But yeah, so this is some the brand itself. You know, kind of. I don't want to say that it doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't. The brand. It's like the quality per se. But they're never. Like we never are going to see the brand of the lights, which it doesn't really matter. What I usually look at is the reviews on a particular product. So 4.7 for a 259 reviews. It looks pretty good. I don't see. Let's see, 4.7, mostly 5, 4, 3, 2. Why is it 1? Why does it have the clips break away from the plastic? Oh Jesus! All right, nope, we're not using this. I'm glad I checked. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they break. This. So I guess the brand does matter. Uh, let's see here. Top rated. So I'll let them choose the brand. I don't like to choose the product itself, and this is why I don't like to choose the product because of this reason. Like they can do their research on what they like or what product they like or whatnot. But this is what we need. We need 4-inch lights. When I add it to the cart, they know what they need to buy. It's up to them what they need to get. You know what? Actually, I don't think I mentioned to them that they could do a dimmer switch for the the canless lights. But I'm gonna add it so that way they can see it, and that way they can have a dimmer, and they can choose either to have one or not, and what type of dimmer switch. Because the one that I just added to the cart, um, I don't like too much. It's a button that it has a lever that you just move with your finger. I like the ones with you'll see uh, dimmer switch. So I like the fancier ones. I mean, if it was my house that I was doing, I would buy the fancier one, which I don't see here. Something like this, but this is more of a combo where you have a fan or whatnot. Um, so something with some kind of light, some kind of like you can see it. You can see some kind of light in the switch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, so that's that. That's added to the cart. What else? Um, so it says here, move current light switch from current location right side of the door, right, blah blah blah. No, we're not doing that. In a single because we're not moving, we're not switching the door to the other side. It's a different. Fish wires from current location, blah 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 blah. Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I forgot. So we are also doing an outlet for the new location for the vanity. They need to plug in, I don't know, hair dryer or something. So we need an outlet. So we just need an outlet, and GFCI outlet actually, because it's next to the water. So this is fine. GFCI. Um, we're not going too fancy. So that one's good. And we need an outlet box. Electrical outlet box. So we need a single gang remodel, not old work. So sorry, not new work, not new work. Remodel, old work, which is I like the drywall ones, which have like the ears the for the drywall when you install it. So adding it to the cart, which is need one because it's one switch, one gang, not one switch, one outlet. And I think that's that for the electrical for this basement bathroom. Uh, Thank you for watching. See you the next one.